Hi everyone, welcome to Dr. IYABO's Tea Time Show, Tea Time with Dr. IYABO. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. Hi. How is everybody doing today? Welcome everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. Welcome to Tea Time with Dr. IYABO with my guest, Yewande Zaka of Lady Boutique. Hi, Dr. Falake. Hi, everybody for joining. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was running late. I was actually I should have tried it beforehand. It's not an excuse. We should always be prepared, like I say. But thank you for Falake. Thank you. Before I ask, thank you for telling me. You know what? I'm a little warm down here. So 1 second, I'm going to increase the air. 1 second. Okay, yes, I'm back. Yeah, as you guys know, it feels like summer already. It feels like summer already in Atlanta. So it's summertime, and then this is a about to be 51-year-old speaking. So I had to go and turn on the fan. I had to change it from auto to on. Those of you who are in my age group, you understand why I had to do that. But yes, for I tried what you guys told me. I don't know if it was you or somebody else. You told me that I should position the ring light above my glasses. Hi, lovely. Hi, Ronke, baby. How are you? I haven't seen you on my lives for a while. Hi. So I positioned my ring light above my head, and then I put my phone on a different stand, and there's no more glare. There is no more glare in my glasses. So the two women who gave me this advice, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this advice, because there's no more glare on my glasses. I'm so happy. So everybody, my name is Dr. IYABO. If you don't know who I am, I'm a business and lifestyle coach. I'm a board certified pediatrician. This is my Instagram live talk show, which I hold on most Sundays. This month, we're talking all about entrepreneurship. And my guest today is Yewande Zaka. I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. Yewande is my namesake. I'm also called Yewande. I'm also called Yetunde. So yes, I'm so glad everybody is here. I'm going to bring Yewande on now. Excuse me. Pardon me, sorry. Allergies. If any of you lives in Georgia, you know how bad allergies are in Georgia all year round. But it's worse in the springtime. I love the spring, but the pollen doesn't like me in the spring. So you guys are going to have to make do with my coughing and my sniffly nose. So Yewande, let me see. Let me bring you on. Where's Yewande? Yewande, please request to come on. So today we're talking about entrepreneurship and the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, right? My theme all the time, not even just in the month of March. You know me that if I could convert every woman to become an entrepreneur, I would. But it's not everybody who is interested in becoming an entrepreneur. But today, Yewande and I are going to be discussing the highs and lows. So I'm bringing her on. Motes, thank you very much. Yes, I matched my maroon dress to my maroon lipstick. Yeah. Anyway, I'm bringing Yewande on now. Thank you, Alexandria. I was on with Alexandria last weekend. Hi, Yewande. How are you?
I am good.
Good. Thank you. Good to see you.
Nice
Can you raise yourself a little bit?
Okay, let me see what I can do here.
Yeah, you can. I'm actually sitting on 2 pillows, believe it or not.
Okay, I'm gonna try to raise myself a little bit. Let's see.
Yeah, because when we're watching, honestly, I take Zyrtec all year round. And I use my Flonase all year round. I'm allergic to everything under the sun. Okay, yes, very good.
A little better?
Yes, better.
Okay.
Hi sis Titi. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're all here. This is going to be a wonderful live. If you guys missed my live last week, you've gone down again, Yewande. If you guys missed my live last weekend with Alexandria of FW Style, please make sure you catch the replay on my YouTube. We discussed, in fact, I kept Alexandria on for 15 more minutes. We discussed entrepreneurship in so many facets, so please don't miss it. And then today, we're continuing the talk with another fave of mine. All these women are faves of mine. Honestly, they're all my younger sisters from different mothers and fathers. I have adopted many sisters. Honestly. Yes, you are all my adopted sisters. Some are older than me, some are younger than me, because there are some people on this life who are a little older than me. My friend Ronke, baby, she's just 1 or 2 years older than me, but she's still my adopted sister too. I'm not sure how old Dr. Folake is. We may be about the same age, but I have older and younger sisters. But Yewande, I need you to raise yourself, because when we do the replay, I want people to see your face.
Okay, so I need to be higher, right?
Yes, please. I want your face to be closer to mine, because on YouTube, sometimes the replay may cut your face off.
I think the problem is when I sit down.
Yeah, so do you have some pillows you can sit on? Because I'm actually sitting on like 2 pillows.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, Ronke, baby is reminding me that she's 2 years older than me. Okay, so I have some older.
Better?
Yes, that's better.
Okay.
I have some older sisters on this live, and I have a lot of younger sisters on this live. And there's some who say they're my adopted daughters. That's fine too. We're all one big family, right? We're all one big family. So Yewande, when you're done adjusting yourself, let us know.
Am I close enough?
Not really. No, you're not really close enough.
I'm super close. I'm super duper close.
I'm already dancing because I can't wait for today's conversation.
Oh Lord. Okay, how about, is this better?
Yes, that's much better. You don't want to show us your pretty face. A little bit more. A little bit more.
I wore lip gloss for you.
Yes.
I wore lip gloss for you. I'm trying to use a pillow. Let's see. Okay, this is better.
Yes. Yes, I love your dress, by the way. Can we see your dress?
Stand up, please. You can. Okay, I'm going to scoot it back a little bit so you can see.
Yeah, please, let's see your dress. You guys, I have... sorry, this is a women's show, so there's no way we won't talk about fashion, guys. There's no way we won't talk about fashion. Lady Boutique sells. I want this dress, so.
Okay, I'll send it to you, sis.
Is it Maxi?
Yes.
Oh, I want it. Please send me the link when we're done. Does it come in any other colors?
It does. It does. It comes
okay.
It comes in. Thank you. It comes
please.
Black. It comes in a really pretty brown girl nude. It comes in light pink. I'll send you all the different colorways.
Yeah, please send me all the colors, because spring has sprung and we all want to look beautiful. So, yeah. You see, somebody said it there. Goguma said it's nice and flirty. I love flirty. Yeah, you know what? I love flirty dresses. If you've watched any of my YouTube videos, I talk about that women should try to wear dresses that move.
Thank you. Sis, you always look sexy though. you always do.
Yeah, I always want to feel sexy, and I want to look sexy for my. I want to look sexy for my honey.
We're gonna make that your middle name.
Oh yes, I want to look sexy for my honey, and I want to feel sexy. So yeah, no, honestly, I want that dress. Jokes aside.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna send it to you, and I'll send you photos of the other colorways as well.
Okay,
you'll love it.
Okay, wonderful. So girls, this is a girls show, so there's no way we're not going to talk about lipstick and dresses and hair and earrings. It's part of the tea time with Dr. IYABO, but now we're going to start talking about some more serious stuff. Yes. Taking care of ourselves is serious, because if you've been following me long enough, you know that I'm all about showing up and branding yourself well, taking care of your femininity, showing up as a strong feminine woman. you know, but still hardworking and ambitious. So, Yewande, tell everybody about yourself. Tell us how your journey to creating Lady Boutique started. Just tell us who you are. Tell us a little bit about your family and your background.
Okay, so my name obviously is Yewande. Most people call me Wande. I've always been interested in fashion, but I never thought that I would be an entrepreneur. Matter of fact, I was well on my way to becoming a lawyer. Took the LSAT and everything too. And I made a little detour because I thought, okay, I want to do law school, but I also want to get an MBA. So I figured it would be smart for me to get a little bit of experience, work experience before doing that. One of my majors was economics and political science as well. So anyhow, for many years, I was in corporate America as a senior land acquisition analyst. So it's real estate. I worked with a lot of developers and brokers, and basically when you see a finished subdivision, I basically would come in on the back end before the subdivision is built and figure out, you know, how profitable we would be by building the subdivision, the velocity of homes, all very, very analytical stuff. But that aside, I've always loved fashion. As a child, I was telling somebody else this. My mom would, sorry, I'll backtrack. I'm Nigerian. I was born in California, but I'm Nigerian, and I grew up in Nigeria as well, actually. My mom, as a child, would make her own ready-made work clothes from a seamstress. She wasn't sewing them herself, but she was amazing at picking out fabrics.
Okay.
And she would drag me. There's a market called Balogun Market, and my mom and I would go to this market, and we would literally get there at about 9 a.m. Well, so it may have been earlier, and we'll be there all day. Little did I know that all that going back and forth, her dragging me around, me being at the market all day, me looking at different fabrics with her, would one day end up being this. It was not the plan. I mean, I come from a very, fashion wasn't really an option. So I never considered it, to be honest. But fast forward, being in corporate America and working, I found myself for over a year, I would hurry up and do my tasks and finish what's on my task list and start looking at dresses. I've always looked at dresses. I've always done that, but it's always kind of been, you know, it's always been synonymous. Like, it's not, I never really thought about it, but I've always done it. But then I started like deriving a lot of joy from helping friends pick out clothes to wear to weddings. If you're going on vacation, I'll create a mood board for you and tell you all the different types of clothes you need or whatever to take with you, to pack with you. And so I would do this all the time. And it got to the point where I'm like, okay, so doesn't anybody have anywhere to go? I need people to help, figure out what they're going to wear. I was doing all of this online too. So I've also always been an avid online shopper. Even when it wasn't popular to shop online. But
what year was that? Around what year?
That had to be about 2006, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't super popular. I mean, there were online stores, etc., but it wasn't super popular to, shopping online. But I loved it. I was like, this is so convenient. You don't have to leave your house. Like, guys, I'll send you links. Don't worry. I will send you links to what you need to buy. And so I would do that. And fast forward, it's crazy how it all morphed, because I knew that I knew that there was something there, but I didn't know how it was I didn't know how it was gonna pan out.
Yeah.
But one day I was sitting in the living room with my sister and my cousin, and we're talking, and I was like, yeah, it would be so cool to create a line of pencil skirts. And my cousin was like, yeah, do it. And my sister was like, yeah, why don't you create one? I was like, I don't know how to sew. They're like, yeah, but you can still create it. Like, you could figure it out and create it. I was like,
Yes.
Maybe I can. I was like, so what would we call it? And they were like, Lady by Yewande Zaka. And I was like, no. Anyways, this funny conversation turned to actual serious conversation, and I wrote it down. And I can't draw for anything, but I did draw like all these different pencil skirts, you know, pencils, because I figured that's a garment that every woman, irrespective of her body type, can wear. So pencil skirts with like flutter hems, all sorts of pencil skirts. So I started trying to learn sewn product manufacturing.
Okay.
So I immediately, like, I think probably the next day, I bought a couple of books. I bought a book on sewn product manufacturing. I bought a couple of style books. And then I also bought a book on how to become a stylist. I bought Nina Garcia's book. I bought like all these different books and just delved right into it. I was still in corporate America, obviously. I mean, and this was just me having fun. But
were you married at the time?
So I had just gotten married.
So no kids?
No. So actually, it was the year before I got married.
Okay.
Yeah, no kids at the time. No kids.
Okay.
And so I just kind of delved into it and started, you know, kind of just playing around with it. And I actually registered the business. I registered the company. I didn't think I was going to do it, but I went ahead. I was like, okay, so this is something, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and register it. I enjoy doing it, but I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm going to do it. So I'd registered the company, kept trying to learn sewn product manufacturing. It was so hard. It was so hard and so convoluted because there's a lot that goes into creating a garment. And then, you know, there's a lot that goes into creating a garment. Fit models, grading, all sorts of technical stuff. But I enjoyed it, but it was a lot. I don't want to, I can be a little long-winded, so I don't want my story.
No, please keep going on, because I'm writing down a lot of lessons from your story.
Okay. So
there are many lessons.
Okay. So anyhow, that just kind of went on, and I did get married, and I was, you know, still in corporate America. I loved my job. I was I was doing well for that time. I was doing well. I was making quite a bit of money, doing well. And I just one day sat and thought to myself, actually, no, I didn't just sit and think to myself. There was a day where my director, who's someone who actually I'd gone to school with as well, my director, who's male, my industry was very male dominated. So
of course, like most industries,
right?
Yeah.
So it was pretty male dominated, and so it was with what we did, with all the analysis we ran. I mean, you can imagine if something was wrong, if I analyzed something incorrectly, and the company, you know, put in millions of dollars and it didn't work out, that would be an issue for the entire division, right?
Yes.
Well, typically I did all the work and I would figure everything out. I mean, this was my forte. Figure everything out. My director and we would sometimes go back and forth and stuff, but I presented, so the manager presented, you presented the package to the corporate office. You presented it. And I did this presentation and everything was great. But before you present it, I've already gone over everything with my director. And sometimes he would be like, oh, take this out or put this in or whatever, right? Sometimes I would kind of be like, but that doesn't make sense to put in. Like, why are we putting that in? But for the most part, you kind of had to put it in.
Yes.
Thinking and talking about it now, it sounds really silly. I may not agree with it, but we had to just put it in. So anyhow,
Yeah.
this big presentation. It's a popular community in the Atlanta area too.
Okay.
Big presentation. Went to corporate. Corporate is in LA, so we went to present it to corporate. Got approval and everything. Fast forward, there was a problem, but the problem wasn't because of anything I did wrong. The problem was because my director had me put something that would make our presentation better and in it, but there was no justification for it. And I explained that to him at the time, you know, but at the end of the day, it was my package and it was my presentation. So he basically told me, you know, when it came around that, so, you know, just in life, when things happen, sometimes somebody has to take the fall for it, you know, and so I knew what that meant, right? I mean, and I didn't like it because I just felt it was very unfair. I mean, you can't, you can't, you know, we talked about this and we're at the end of the day, I'm your direct report and the things I do are your responsibility. Yes, I make you look good, but you can't just throw me under the bus like that.
Under the bus. Yeah.
You know?
Did you lose your job?
No, well, so I didn't, but the way it was going, I would have had to leave, probably.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you either go mad or you leave.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
so what decision did you make at that time?
Well, so actually, my decision, it wasn't a decision because of what happened at the job only, but then at that time as well, I was also getting married. I got married. I got pregnant. And I just kept having this thoughts like, okay, so am I going to be doing, I was pretty young, but I just felt, am I going to be doing this job, you know, when I'm 60? Am I still going to be, yeah, okay, I'll be way higher, but am I still going to enjoy doing this?
Or maybe not. You may not. How do you know you're going to be way higher? There's no guarantee.
Oh, well, true.
There's no guarantee.
Sure. Well,
because you don't own the business, so you may not be way higher. No,
you're right, but I assume that, right? Because
then you did.
You know, you continue to develop yourself, education, etc. So I sort of assumed that. But I also kept having this nagging thought. For starters, I was still hurrying up to do my work so I could go figure out some fashion stuff. There was still that. I was still, you know, not happy about the way that you would just get thrown under the bus and something that you totally didn't agree with, you would have to take the fall for it. I wasn't happy about that. And number three, I kept thinking, you know, how happy am I going to be doing this, you know, much, much later in life, you know? How happy am I going to be doing this? Plus, I was like, okay, I may have a child. I wasn't even sure if I would have any kids at the time, but I was like, I may have a child. I would like to spend time with that child. Yeah. You know, now there's no time that you spend with your child that's not valuable for the child. But I really feel like the more time you can spend with them when they're a certain age is helpful, right? Yeah. Carry them along. So I'm just like, you know, I may have a child with these hours. I mean, yeah, my regular hours were, you know, 9 to 5, 9 to 4, but there were days I was actually in the office till 1 a.m. So if I have like something I had to turn in, and I'm one of those people where I'm sitting there until I finish it. Like I'm not getting up till I finish it, right? So I mean, because it's, at the end of the day, it's on me. Like, I mean, if a presentation, if the package is due, and I have to present, and we have to fly to go present it, I can't not have it done. So it's on me. I mean, I had no choice. So there were days I would be in the office till like 1. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like that part that much either. So those were all factors, because I was like, this is not looking so great. I mean, you will make money, but can't really do anything with it. You don't have the mental flexibility to even use your brain all that much because, you know, things can be vetoed, or things can be, you know, they can make you put things in the presentation that you don't agree with.
So I'm going to stop you here, Yewande. So fast forward, you left that job?
So I left the job, but
So when did you go into your dressmaking?
so
Because I don't
so
want to keep you more than an hour, 15 minutes, and there's so much we want to tap from
right.
you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did. No, I did not go straight in. I started selling on eBay. So
Okay.
yeah, I started
So
selling on
you
eBay.
sold on eBay for how long?
I sold on eBay for about a year.
What were you
Yeah.
selling? Just different things, buying and selling?
So yeah, no. So I was just selling like I was selling dresses. So I'm big on research. So I had a ton of research that already done about where to find the kind of things I wanted. Like a ton of research. Like there was no
You're a true Yewande, that's why. You're a true the mother has come back. That's how IYABOs are. IYABOs are like old women that who lived before and came back. So they have
right.
a lot of old
Same,
wisdom. Yeah.
same meaning, right? Same name
Yeah,
meaning.
yeah.
So I did a bunch of research because it was a different time. There was no one to show you how to do anything. And what I realized is, much as the fashion industry it didn't seem now consumers in the fashion industry didn't seem like skewed towards just one race. The back
Yeah.
end, there was nobody who looked like me. There was no
Yeah.
one, you
Yeah.
know. So there was no one to go to. There was no one to talk to. There was no one to mentor you. And I mean, I'm sure there were lifestyle coaches, but they weren't that popular then.
Yeah.
There was just no one. And so you had to
Mm-hmm.
go it on your own. And so I literally
Yes.
spent hours, like every day, my goal was to figure out something new. And
Okay. So you did that, and but pardon me, I'm not trying to be
no,
rude.
it's fine.
So you did the eBay for 1 year, and then after eBay, what came next?
After that, I just started kind of selling my own stuff. Like I started kind of, I didn't have, so I had a landing page for a
Mm-hmm.
website. Didn't have an
Okay.
actual website. It's a landing page to collect email addresses. So
Okay.
didn't have a website. But
Okay.
I had lady, because I figured the name.
So you figured your business name. So you were transitioning. You did eBay. You had a landing page, and you were kind of buying and selling.
Yes.
Between when you left your corporate job, how long did it take you to actually really launch Lady Boutique?
So Lady Boutique, I mean, it probably took me about 3 years. But
Okay.
in between that, I was selling, like I was selling all sorts. I was selling
Okay.
clothes, but I was selling like I was
Yeah.
I was selling, but I was also trying to figure out, I knew what my aesthetics were. I've never been confused about that. But
Yeah.
I was also trying to figure out how I was gonna go about it. You
Okay.
know,
Okay. So now and we're going to come back to some other things you're trying to tell me now. I want our viewers to follow the train of thought that I'm following. So Lady Boutique landing page, buying and selling, researching, Lady Boutique between your corporate job and when Lady Boutique was launched took about 3 years. Do you mind telling us how long it took for you to replace your corporate salary with your buying and selling? How long did that take for you to start
so
earning the same?
So I'll tell you, that was actually very interesting, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that probably, so it's different, right? Because when I started doing this buying and selling, I was like, okay, I know I had money saved, I had some money saved, but I didn't
Okay.
know, I didn't actually think that it could replace it, you know, I knew it would replace it eventually, but I didn't actually think it could I just thought, okay, I'll do this for a while and I'll figure out what I'm really going to do. But I have to say that it probably took about a year and a half, of me figuring.
That's all?
It probably, yeah, because one thing that I did do was I did some pop-up shops. And those were incredible because I mean, I was like, oh, so you can just take your things to. I did one at I think it was Cumberland Mall. I was like, so you can just take your things, pay some money to someone, and people come, and you can. And I was shocked because I sold so much on that day.
So wonderful. Wait a second, Yewande. So this is very interesting to me, and I'm getting super duper excited. Between when you left your corporate job, it only took you about 18 months to start earning the same thing you were earning in your corporate job with your business.
Yes, something like that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? The kicker with that, because I also think that sometimes social makes things seem easy.
Oh no, they're not easy, and
Okay.
I've written down a lot of the gems that you wrote down.
Okay.
So so finish this thought, and then I'm going to piece down the lessons one by one for people. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, in this vein too, I started going to Nigeria. I started doing shopping events in Nigeria. I
Okay.
mean, they were full on productions.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anybody on here who's a regular Lady Boutique customer who's been a customer for a long time. I would literally rent out a space. I saw a makeup artist, a popular Nigerian makeup artist, do it, and she does makeup, but then she had like a shopping event to sell all of her goods, and I was like, oh, can I do that? You know, and I just thought I'm asking myself questions. Can I do that? And I'm like, oh yes, I can. That's typically me in my head, you know. And so I had a couple of my friends who were in Nigeria. I asked them, I was like, so can you guys help me get a venue? Can you take a look at the venue for me? Because I want to have a shopping event. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I want to have a shopping event. And I'm gonna
between your leaving your corporate job and forming Lady Boutique, this is a trip to Nigeria that you had.
Yeah, a trip to Nigeria. So I would say that this is after, yeah. So this is actually within 2 years. So let's give a 2-year window. Yeah.
Okay, so this is all about your transition. So you did have a lot of transitional things that you did. Okay, so I'm going to have you take a breath for a second. Everybody, I want to make this very meaningful. I have a lot of lessons with what Yewande has told us. She doesn't understand that the amount of time she's spoken, she's given out so many gems. But before I start saying them, I want everybody because you know me, I'm going to wake you up if you're not really listening to this live or you just have it on. Everybody start typing the lessons that you have learned from what Yewande has said. Start typing the lessons. I'm not going to comment on them yet, but as you're typing, I'm also going to start telling you the similarity between Yewande's story and the similarity between my story. All entrepreneurial ladies who are successful have many similar stories, okay? But please start typing right now. Every single person who is on this live, start typing the lessons you have learned from what Yewande said today. And you may be surprised, I may give away another free ticket today. I may just give away another free ticket today. Not to the people who are older than me, no free ticket for Ronkia, baby. I may just be in a really good mood and give away a free ticket to somebody who really moves me from their answer. So everybody start typing what you've learned from Yewande's from what Yewande said. So listen to my story. In 2002, I left my job. I was a doctor. The job my first job in Atlanta, I only worked there for 9 months. I got sick and tired of it. It was too busy. I was driving around from DeKalb County to Cobb County, admitting babies in 3 different hospitals. The weekends I was meant to be free. They would call me to come and cover. I was seeing like 40, 50 patients a day, and I'm very money savvy. When I did the calculation of how much I could be earning in my own business from that, from the patients I was seeing, anyway, I quit after 9 months. I only intended to work for 2 years and start my own. I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur, but I wanted to work for 2 years, but I cut it short at 9 months. I did not have a job to go to. I just was tired of that job. As soon as I resigned, within a few months, I got pregnant with my second daughter. Fast forward, I took out that very big loan that I said, the 350,000 loan. I found a site for my practice. Fast forward, we opened in 2004. My ex-husband at the time was still working at Morehouse. He hadn't quit his day job. So in 2004, I started working. Within 9 months, I had broken even, meaning within 9 months of opening milestone, I was already earning enough money to pay myself, to pay all my staff, and to start paying my bills and part of my loan. So I had broken even by 9 months. 2 years after, listen to this, 2 years after I started Milestone, my ex was able to resign from his job at Morehouse. And the proceeds from Milestone was able to pay my six-figure salary and my ex's six-figure salary and some still left over. And this was based on all the patients I was seeing. By the time he even joined, he wasn't seeing any patients yet. So a business that I opened after 2 years was able to pay my ex. In fact, I think a bit more than he was earning at Morehouse, pay me a six-figure salary, pay him a six-figure salary, pay all our staff, pay all our overhead. Can you imagine that? And by 2009, I had paid off the $350,000 loan I had. And by then I was already, I think it was even earlier. Of course, it had to be earlier. About a year into my practice, I was earning in a month. Listen to this. I was earning or maybe 3 or 4 years. I don't remember, but definitely less than 5 years. I was earning in a month much more than what I earned in a year as a hired doctor. I hope you got that. I was being paid $95,000 a year as a doctor. By the time I left, within a few years, I was earning in a month, much more than I earned in a year. Okay, I built that practice up to 6 figures. This is why it is very important for you ladies to understand that when you're working for somebody, you are investing in their dream. When you're working for somebody, write this down, guys, so that you can really ruminate over this. When you're working for somebody, you're investing in that owner's dream. That's all you're doing. Because the salary you're getting, you're going to spend it all. You won't have any savings. You won't be able to have a good lifestyle. But when you have your own, you are investing in your own dream. Yewande said it took her 18 months to equal the salary she was earning in the corporate world. Same thing with me, and even more. So why is there such a paucity? I love that word. You guys know that word, paucity, P-A-U-C-I-T-Y. I love my big English words, but that's why there's a paucity, which means there's a scarcity of women that are doing well, that are happy, that are fulfilled. And if I look at this live right now, I believe, I'm just looking at it, I think there are only 2 doctors on this live. This is a chronic problem in doctors. They're very resistant to change.
My sister is on this. Yeah, she's a doctor.
Okay. Is she an entrepreneur?
So, I don't know if she wants me to talk about her, but she's not a traditional, she's a doctor, but she's a medical director. So
okay, that's good. But tell her that Dr. Yewande said even that
she's still investing.
Yeah, you are investing in somebody else's dream. Yes, in medical, a lot of doctors think if they can become medical director in an institution, they're fine. You are still living somebody else's dream. The salary of medical director is still something you can earn within 2 months of having your own business. Yeah, it is. So the 2 doctors that are on here, one is Dr. Jumoke. She has a 7-figure dentist practice as well. And I can see her saying, this is true. She's agreeing with me because she understands what I'm saying. The other doctor is Dr. Folake, who has bought into exactly what myself and Dr. Jumoke are saying, and she's on her path to also living this dream life. But otherwise, doctors rarely join my lives. They don't join my lives because...
you'll be surprised. You know that there are many doctors who don't have doctor in their handle.
True.
And they're listening to you.
Yeah, that is true, but there should be more doctors, especially because I'm an unusual doctor who's become an entrepreneur. I just believe, and I went through what they are going through a little bit, not as much as them, because I came from an entrepreneurial background. But when you first get that check, when you get your $5,000 or $4,000 or $6,000 net check a month, you're like, oh yes, I've arrived. This is good money. But within 5 years, that money becomes nothing. But anyway, so Yewande and I stories are very similar, okay? And now I'm going to tell you the lessons I derived from what she said. Yewande, I'm going to have to keep you for 15 minutes longer. Are you okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So, and before we even see anything, guys, everybody on here, when we're done, you all have to buy at least 1 or 2 dresses from Lady Boutique. That's just it. You don't have a choice. Dr. IYABO said that your gift to Yewande today for sharing all her gems and her story is that you have to go onto her website. You have to buy 1 or 2 of her beautiful dresses, and you have to pose with it and take a picture, post it on your Instagram, and tag women and let them know, and tag her and tag other women and let them know how beautiful her clothes are. I have about 5 of her dresses.
Yes.
And I love them. And I'm
fabulous in every single
yes,
one.
and I'm going to buy this one she has on. So when Yewande first spoke, let's talk about the lessons, okay? Let's talk about the lessons. First lesson is baby steps are essential to your path to financial freedom. She said those 2 words. She said, I took baby steps. You're not going to go from 0 today to Oprah Winfrey tomorrow. No. But baby steps. Start where you are today. And what is a baby step? You sign up for my live masterclass. Yes, I am marketing myself and I'm marketing Yewande. Why? Because I'm teaching women to talk with confidence and to market themselves. Everybody else who is on this live, if you're having a live where you're talking about your business or your coaching or your entrepreneurship, I will come to your live and I will help you market yourself. Don't be shy of marketing yourself because you're providing value. You're helping people. So I am passionate about helping women start their own online businesses so that they can be financially free. So that like myself, like Dr. Jumoke, like Yewande, like Alexandria of FW Style, like Lennox Cupcakes, like Jules by Jado, so many people, like my friend Ronke Ayababy, who has a daycare. Imagine, Ronke started a daycare in the basement of her house gazillion years ago, and this daycare grew to massive lengths. And she's doing something that is her God's purpose because she helps women take care of their babies and their precious kids while they're at work. Okay, so the baby step you can take today. I understand my coaching isn't for everybody. Dr. Jumoke has bought my coaching. I think there was a Fulfilled with Fab was also on here. They have bought my high price signature coaching. I know not every woman can afford that, but nobody can tell me who is on this live today that you cannot afford $250 for a live masterclass that will change your life. You guys message me every day about my $700 weave, and you're all contacting Sparkle the stylist to get your $700 weave, but you cannot afford my live masterclass at $250. Women, you get your priorities all wrong. Okay, all wrong. This is your big auntie talking. Before you start asking about $700 weaves, invest in your financial future first. So the first lesson was she took baby steps. Second lesson, there were no coaches then. It was way back then. She didn't know about coaches. She bought many books to educate herself. She listed about 3 books that she bought. She used the word research about 5 to 8 times during her talk. I was researching. I bought books. I was reading books. I registered my business. Big action step. Big action step. Who on here who is dreaming of being financially free has registered a business? Please, I need some answers. All the women on here who came to this live, who have come to this live, you know me, I will give you tough love because that's just how I am. I will get you thinking and I'll give you tough love. So who on this live, who is here now, who wants to be financially free like myself, like Yewande, like Alexandria of FW Style, like everybody else have named, Dr. Jumoke, who on here has already registered their dream business? I'm waiting for you to tell me yes or no. So that was the third lesson. Yewande started taking baby steps. She bought books to educate herself. She started researching online and everywhere she could. She registered her business even though she wasn't ready, right? Then she started a transitional phase. She didn't have the perfect business model in the beginning. No, she didn't. Some of you, you're focused on perfection. You want to have exactly what Dr. IYABO has that took her 17 years. You want to have that today. You want what took Yewande, I don't know, maybe 10 years or more. You want to have that today. You want what took Alexandria of FW Style 15 years. You want to have that today. It's not possible. You have to start somewhere. You have to just rough it up somehow until you can get to where you want. She gave us all the steps. I had a landing page. I didn't have a website. It was hard. Yewande said it was hard like 3 times. It was hard. And then she said, but I enjoyed it. I mean, look at her. I was writing down all the lessons. These are key lessons. It was hard for me too, but I felt free. I loved being my own boss. I loved driving every day to the sites where they were building out the office space. I'm like, this is my dream office, my dream medical facility coming alive. It was hard with my big belly. You guys who know me then, I gained about 70 pounds in my pregnancy. With my big belly, I was driving back and forth to the office site every day. It was hard, but she said she enjoyed it. She wrote things down. She said this too. This, out of everything I've said today, if you've been sleeping and you just woke up, good for you. This is the best lesson Yewande told us. She said she wrote things down. I believe so. Write down your dreams. You know why? Once you write it down, not on your notes, not on electronic device, God doesn't see any iPhone or any iPad. Take a journal and a pen. Write down your dreams, your aspirations, and what you want from God. Once you write it down and then you step out to start doing the action steps, it is done already. It may take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, but it is done. Okay? Her job was hard. She was meant to work till 4 or 5 p.m. Sometimes she would work till 1 a.m. So last, she resigned and she started her own company. And look at her today. Those are the lessons. Okay? Those are the lessons. Those were like 10 lessons. I hope you guys were writing them down. Nobody has told me that they've registered their own. Okay, Dr. Lynette MD says she's an LLC. Dr. Lynette MD, apologies. I had said before there were only 2 doctors on here. I'm not sure when you crept in, but Dr. Lynette MD, thank you for telling us that. I'm so proud of you that you have an LLC. Can you tell us what your LLC is for? What kind of business are you forming? Okay, what kind of business are you forming? I'm coming back to you, Yewande, with a question. You're going to tell us the highs and lows next, but I want to give away another ticket for my masterclass. So let me see who has
the lights in here.
Okay, but so I want to see who has the best answer. Ronke, you are already disqualified because you can't enter. I'm not giving away tickets for 53-year-olds. Sorry. If Dayobomi was here entering, I would give her the ticket. There's no ticket for people that are older than me. Sorry. She's soon going to give it back to me now. Invest in yourself. She paid people to help. She made a decision and she started working towards it. Turn your passion into your purpose. You don't have to know it all. Just start anyway. Alexandria, I'm not sure if I want to give you a free ticket to my live masterclass. Do you really need my live masterclass? Alexandria, that was a good answer, but do you need my live masterclass? Tell me if you do. I'm not sure you do. Don't be afraid to jump. Listen to yourself, build on your ideas. You already have a ticket, Dr. Folake. You can, but Dr. Folake, you already bought a ticket. All your answers are really good, but you already bought a ticket. Perseverance. You didn't really explain that perseverance, Lawrence, that she didn't think her own business could replace her salary, but went ahead to start the business anyway. Very good answer, Precious. Very good. So far, it's Precious and Alexandria that are leading, but I'm not even sure Alexandria needs this live masterclass. So Alexandra, do you need it? Let me know, Alexandria, do you need it? Dr. Jumoke, you don't need this ticket. Once I stepped out, I earned more in 1 month than I used to earn in an entire year. Yes, you and I. Yes, that's how come your dentist practice is now 7 figures. Doctors are really sold a bill of goods and depend on the doctor, which is nothing. I know. The only thing that we really have is that doctor title. All our bank accounts are empty, by the way. Most doctors. My bank account isn't empty because I'm an entrepreneur. But a lot of doctors, I've been there before, where before I started my practice, my bank account used to be empty. All my credit cards were maxed out as a doctor. Already checking your Instagram page. Do you ship to the UK? Yewande, can you type the answer for them?
I did. I responded. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
Worldwide.
Dr. IYABO is my biggest cheerleader. Let me see who else has asked this question. Okay. Oh, wow. So writing on my iPad is not the same as in my book. Angie, it's not, actually. It's not. This is about your dreams and goals. Yes, your to-do list. I type my to-do list on my notes. On my phone, I type my to-do list. I type all of that on my phone. But when it comes to things that I really want to ask God for, in fact, I go it's another step. I write it on a sheet of paper and I put it inside my Bible. That I go that extra step, and everything I've done by doing that has come true for me. I write it down with a big belief in my mind that this thing is going to come true. God is going to answer my prayers. I write the list and I put it in my Bible. Okay, let me take, okay, so very precious, you have a free ticket. Alexandria says she doesn't have to. I just wanted to participate. Let me take Alexandria's ticket, and if she does not need it, no, Rejuvenature, it doesn't work that way. You did not answer the question. Very precious, are you still on here? You have won a free ticket to my live masterclass. I'm very precious. You know that you have a sacred place in my heart because you live in Ghana, and that Ghana is a place that I love. I need this ticket like I need food. Oh, sorry, Angie. Well, who is on here who wants to donate tickets to Angie and to Rejuvenature? If there's any of you who have $250, you can donate to them. But guys, Rejuvenature and I'm the real Angie, that is a small investment. You really should try to invest in yourself. So I hope you guys got the lessons from what Yewande said. Please let me repeat them again. Take baby steps. Get books to read. If there's a coach that you can get to help you, get that coach. Start action steps like registering your business. It may be hard, but as long as you enjoy it, it will be worth it. Write down your dreams and they will come true, okay? Oh yeah, I forgot one, I'm sorry. You notice how the universe came together for Yewande? Did you notice? The universe, you're welcome, very precious. Just send me a DM and she's dancing in her room. You're welcome. So the universe came together to make Yewande uncomfortable in her corporate job. The universe brought some situation where something happened and you would have had to resign from your job. Something bad happened. The universe shook you, made you uncomfortable in your present comfort zone. And that's why you left. The same thing for me. The universe made me uncomfortable in my employed position. I was tired. I was seeing too many patients. I was commuting all over. I hated the job. The universe will shake you. The universe will make you, and for me, the universe is God. God will shake you. God will make you uncomfortable. He will make your where you are in your comfort zone so uncomfortable for you that you'll just say, what am I even doing here? I'm just going to leave and start my own. So if you're on this live or if you're watching this replay and you're right now, you hate your job, you're feeling uncomfortable with your position, you don't know why you're here, you cry yourself to sleep every night because you hate your position, it is time for you to step out and live your dreams.
Yep.
On to you, Yewande. Highs and lows of entrepreneurship.
Well, so I'll start with the high since we're gonna it's, I mean, being an entrepreneur is great. I would advise anybody to try it. But a high is you mainly own your own time. Yes, there's a lot to do, but you are figuring your own time. You can't you have to learn to manage your time. But if you don't own your time, it's not yours to manage anyways. But as an entrepreneur, you own your time, and that's huge. Now it's up to you to use your time wisely, but you own your time. So that's a major high. A low would be being an entrepreneur can be lonely. It's really important for you to have a support system, which I think that for people who are delving into entrepreneurship in this day and age, with your, with the community, with the coaching communities, because I mean, there are single coaches and their coaches also have communities. So those are great resources. Your family, if you have, a good network of friends, because it can be very lonely. There are times when you literally may have to, be head down working. But then, as time goes on, you may be able to go on, a month's vacation or whatever, week's vacation without having to ask anyone. That, and then also entrepreneurship can be, if you don't have, it can take a little bit of time for you to get clear on what you want to do. And if you don't have clarity, it can be tough, so that could be a low. But if you're very clear on what you want to do, then you're just going to do it, right? What's another high? There's so many highs. I mean, you own your own time again. That's huge because time is money. I mean, you can be creative. Oh my God. So you can decide. I mean, if I decide that I want to change the entire creative direction of Lady Boutique, I don't have to ask anyone. I just go and do that. And the thing is, another high is once you become an entrepreneur, once you know that you can be successful in one thing, it opens you up to creating other streams. Like you get really confident. Like, so
yes,
yeah. I mean,
yes. I love that last one or that one. Yeah.
I did this, so I can do that. And you really see your goals begin to align. You really see how you fall into your purpose, which is why typically most entrepreneurs are typically serial entrepreneurs. I don't know if I like that word serial, but typically entrepreneurs usually have multiple streams because your creative juices are always going. I mean, that becomes your way of life. You being creative and you constantly, thinking of how to be better, that becomes your way of life because everything is on you. It's a great responsibility, but to whom much is given, much is also expected, right? So those are some major highs for me. Like I said, biggest lows, it can be lonely. And
why lonely? Why? Tell me about the loneliness.
Okay, so now it's like I said, it's different now. Because like I said, if you have a coach, it's not lonely. You have someone to talk to who already understands who already knows what you're going to go through.
Who's walked that path before you and
exactly.
They understand.
So they have, and that's huge, that experience, and who can steer you in the right direction. And so you don't have to, I don't believe in making the same mistakes, as everyone else if you have somebody else to learn from. You know, so yeah, it's not lonely.
On that note, Yewande, can you comment to women? A lot of women are looking for mentors, and I know that mentorships do exist. But can you comment on the reality of mentorship as opposed to a real coach? Can
So,
you comment on that? Thanks, love.
so I'll be
You guys
honest.
should marry a guy that brings you tea when you're on your
In
tea
your
time
life.
with Dr. IYABO.
That's so sweet.
My honey just brought me another teacup
Oh,
during my tea time with Dr. IYABO.
that's
Okay.
so sweet.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. So, because a lot of ladies will fill my inbox with, can you mentor me? Can you mentor? Even though they know I'm a coach, they're asking for mentorship, which I know is code for free. Which I know is code for free.
Well,
And
so
my answer to them, I want you to mention it, but my answer to them is I've actually mentored for about 20 years of my career. And now I'm no longer offering mentorship at this point. I don't know what I'll do in the future. But, you know, I want you to talk about that because I want women to really understand that, yes, there are mentors out there, but the value a mentor will give you as to what a coach will give you is different. So talk on that point, please.
so mentors are great, and typically when you're going to someone for
Yes.
mentorship, they probably have like 10 other people who are asking them to mentor them as well, because other people see the same thing, you know, in them.
Yeah.
But you know, you have to understand that time is limited, right? And I mean, you asking someone to mentor you during their free time is different from you asking someone to work with you. You know, you
Yes.
paying someone to work with you. I mean, so someone can mentor you, but I want to answer this, Dr. Yabo, sorry, from Dr. Falake. It's about the
Oh,
website.
please answer.
So,
Go
Dr.
ahead with
Falake,
your business.
I'm sorry. So we're changing our website because we are changing our entire back end to be more customer focused and adding in a more powerful website. So the website should be back up by tomorrow. So we have a whole brand new website come in. That's another thing. As an entrepreneur, you have to consistently reinvent yourself. You have to stay on the cutting edge. And if you're in tech like we are, I mean, you have to constantly, you know, grow and constantly, you know,
Yes.
do the latest in thing that's gonna work for your business. So by tomorrow, I'm gonna actually DM you. By tomorrow, it should be back up. Like I said, we have a brand new website that I'm so excited coming out. So that's why you can't purchase at the moment. But I will DM you for sure.
But Yewande, you didn't say what's most important though. All the people who want to buy dresses should DM you.
Well, okay, yeah, so they can DM me for sure. So that way I can send. I mean, the website is gonna be up by tomorrow. Come what may. But you can DM me so that I can send you a reminder. And most importantly, put your you'll be able to sign up for our newsletter. So this way, because I mean, now with this new powerful website, we're gonna be communicating with you a lot. You know. So we have a style guide that's gonna go out, you know, to new email subscribers. There's a ton of stuff. I mean, our VIPs. You're gonna see the latest stuff, you know, first. And the thing is, a lot of the most popular dresses sell out very quickly. So you get to see that stuff first. So please DM me so that we can get acquainted. DM me. Yes, and thank you, Dr. Falake. Sign up for our newsletter, because that way you get all of the emails as they go out. Thank you so much. Okay, so
I love it. This is why I love all my younger sisters. I love it. This is the power. This is where I want every woman to get to. I'm looking at you and I'm so proud of you, Yewande, because Alexandria does the same. Marianne of Lennox Cupcakes does it. All of you younger ladies, I want all the ladies in my community to be like you, because you market yourself, because you have great items that you're selling, and you're not shy about marketing. Too many women are so shy about saying, I'm selling this and that. you're marketing yourself. Is there anything else you want to say to people about your company while you're here before we even see? Because this is what I want women to see. I want them to see the example of what you said. So anything else new coming up with your business, any new products, anything else, please go ahead and talk.
So the new website, which I'm super excited about that. I mean, to customers, it may just look like a website, but the back end is super powerful because one thing I realized, I've realized more and more along the way is I am a customer-focused tech company, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, we sell dresses, but we're a customer service company. Like we want you to feel good about, whatever you're buying from us. And if you ask anyone about Lady Boutique, our customer service is, on 100.
Yes,
So
it is.
thank you, Dr. Yabo. Thank you. So the new website is coming up. We have, in a few weeks, we're going to be dropping a bunch of new loungewear.
Wow.
Yes, we're going to drop a bunch of new loungewear.
I want.
Easy pieces. And then our best sellers, our best-selling pieces, we're going to drop those as well. We've recently started, we have a lady exclusives collection, which this dress is a lady exclusive. You can't find it anywhere else. So we're working on a new collection. We have loads.
I'm buying mine today. As soon as we get off this live, I'm buying mine on today.
So we have a bunch of new amazing things planned. I mean, we are not letting our customer retention at Lady Boutique is well over 95%. So once you stop, it's one thing if you haven't bought from us, but once you stop buying from us, you're always going to buy from us. I mean, ask anyone who's ever bought from us. You always buy from us. And so this year, we are not letting any of our clients go. We are going to get new clients because we are going to be sending you those abandoned cart emails. We're not letting you leave anything in your cart. We are gonna, we want you to look your best, and we are gonna do everything we can to make it as easy as possible for you. Better shopping options, more shipping options, better, faster shipping options. And then I'm also stepping out a bit so that you know a little bit more about why I created Lady Boutique. How important it is to me for you to look good. Like it's not, I always say that I'm not interested in just selling you one dress, and it's not a sale until you have brought your friend, your mom, your cousin, someone who is near and dear to you, because if they're near and dear to you, you've brought them along with you to Lady Boutique. So I always say it's not a sale until you have done that. Like for me, it's not a sale.
Yes.
I'm not looking to sell you just one dress. I'm looking to serve you, over and over, year after year.
Yes, wonderful. So you guys, everybody on this live has to buy 1 or 2 dresses from Lady Boutique, and you have to buy at least a bag from FW Style, because she was on my live last week. Yes, and then you have to sign up for my live masterclass so that by next year, right, you will be like Yewande or Alexandria or Marianne of Lennox Cupcakes or Matt of Jules by Jadot, and I'll be interviewing you on my tea time, and you'll be saying, I'm glad I registered.
I was also going to say that if you're in Atlanta and you have not tried Lennox Cupcakes, yeah, that's a problem. I mean, if you're in Atlanta, that's my business bestie. If you're in Atlanta and you have not tried Lennox Cupcakes, I mean, basically in my house, it's not a birthday or an event if we don't have Lennox Cupcakes. I mean, it's just not. So
do you know who's most in love with Lennox Cupcakes? My honey, Neil.
I was gonna say
as soon as there's something going on, he's like, so are we ordering the cake from your friend? I said, of course. I'm like, yes, of course. Neil loves Marianne's cakes. He's like, I've never had a cake with his nice English accents. I've never had a cake that is always so consistent. I don't know how to do his English accent as much as I try. But he says that he's never had a cake that is so consistent. You put it in the fridge, even after 1 week, it still tastes fresh. It's still moist.
Yep.
Next week, Lennox Cupcakes will be on the seat that Yewande is on. Lennox Cupcakes is coming on next week to tell us about her entrepreneurial journey. So all the ladies who are on this live, who are dreaming of their own businesses, sign up for my masterclass so that by next year, you will be the one telling us your journey of how you came to my masterclass, you started your business, you left your job, and now your salary is more than what you were earning. I want this for everybody, but you have to make the steps. So Yewande, let's wrap up, but tell us again quickly, we didn't really get it. Tell us some highs and lows again of entrepreneurship, and then we'll wrap up.
So being an entrepreneur, I mean, the major highs, like I said, you own your time. Number two, you determine your future. You know, you determine how much you can make. So if you're willing to put in the work, then you determine how much or how little you make. And there are not too many jobs where you get that liberty. So if you have certain goals, being an entrepreneur, you can figure out how you can make those goals happen. Plus, being an entrepreneur, you're super creative. You can't help. You may think, oh, I'm not a creative entrepreneur, but all entrepreneurs are creative. Because I mean, you have to constantly reinvent yourself. So I mean, that's creative. Lows, like I said, it can be a little lonely now in this day and age with coaches, and coaching communities. It's not so, but being an entrepreneur can be very tasking, and you have to be focused. And there are times when you literally just have to shut certain things down and focus. And not everyone understands that. But having a supportive family, supportive friends, having a coach who supports you, those are essential keys that can help you to combat that. What's another high? Another high is you keep learning. I mean, you keep learning. And I love to learn. I love to learn. You keep learning, and there's nothing more exciting, about that. And just knowing that you could never actually really be poor, because you can be poor, but not really as an entrepreneur, because you always, maybe for a time, but yes, maybe for a limited time. But if you continue to do the work and continue to stay focused, you can make all your dreams come true. I mean, there's not one that you cannot make come true. You don't have to rely. Yeah, God first always, but you don't really have to. I mean, and then you have your support system. But you do the work, and you will achieve what you want to achieve. So
yes. I will also add one more high. I'll say that another advantage of entrepreneurship is how many opportunities you start to attract. You'll see that as you become an entrepreneur, you have this powerful brand, you become more, You become more, I'm looking for a word that, like, people value you more. What's that word? So once you become an entrepreneur, you have this strong brand, you'll notice how opportunities that you weren't even looking for will start to come to you, because they're like, oh, wow, this is a woman who owns her own business. She must be formidable. Oh, she's a powerful woman. I want to get to know her. I'm not saying that employees don't attract opportunities, but it's less likely as a woman who is just an employee to attract such massive opportunities. So that's another thing. Ever since I've been an entrepreneur, I just feel like opportunities that I'm not even looking for just keep coming my way.
Absolutely. I agree. And I think that, sometimes people think that there's only one way to being an entrepreneur. There's so many ways. You don't have to, there's so many different types. There's basically an entrepreneurship opportunity in every profession. If I could say it you put it that way. But there's so many ways to be an entrepreneur. You get creative, you know.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
you can never run out of creativity.
You cannot. And once you have one successful business, you never stop. I don't know of any woman who's had, excuse me,
Sorry.
who's had one really successful business who stopped there. I don't know of any. I can show you with the example of everybody on here. Even what's her name? Dr. Jumoke, with her dentist practice, now she's going into her own coaching practice. My friend Ronke IYABO, she has her really successful daycare. Now she's just launched her home care agency. So once you are an entrepreneur, you're always looking for more income streams, and then it gets easier. My extra income streams now are just like easy for me. It's easy for me to become a coach because I have so much wisdom from my first practice. It was easy for me to monetize my YouTube because I already have so much knowledge. It becomes so much easier. That's why once you're an entrepreneur, you're always an entrepreneur.
Absolutely. And Dr. Yewande, I wanted to mention something about being an entrepreneur as well. Like I said, I think sometimes people are confused about, you know, all the different types of entrepreneurs. You can also be an entrepreneur who basically invests in other businesses.
Yes.
That is being an entrepreneur. You know, so
yeah.
I mean, you just have to think outside the box. So yeah, you're a doctor or whatever, you're a lawyer, whatever you are, right?
Yeah.
You can be an entrepreneur by investing in other businesses. So
yes.
you're a serial investor. I mean,
yes.
That's a whole different type of entrepreneurship.
You know, right.
You know, so yeah, it's
real estate. Real estate is another one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Real estate, you can buy real estate and rent it out. Another form of entrepreneurship is innovation. Like my coaching client, Dr. Oke, who created her own super green powder. You know, now she's a coach, but she invented her own super green powder because she's a pharmacist, a doctor of pharmacist. She innovated something. If you're very brilliant and you want to innovate something, or you want to invent an app, there's so many things that you can do. But if you're working for somebody, you just remember, write that down in your journal today. Dr. IYABO said, if you're working for somebody, you're investing in that owner's dreams. You're not investing in your own dreams. It's just as easy as that. It's as simple as that. You're investing in their dreams. Yes, you'll be able to support your family, pay your bills and all that, but there's very, very few people who feel fulfilled and who are living in their purpose and their employees. There are a few, but they're very few and far between. It's very difficult to ask. It's rare to ask a woman who is employed that, are you living in your purpose, for them to say yes. Most of the ones I ask tell me no. Most of them say no. So, yeah. Any closing words, Yewande? This was fantastic. And your DM is going to be bursting full after this, because I know ladies are going to come to buy. They'll be coming to buy dresses because ladies love to look
all
good.
Of my DMs. I'm not one of those people who says no DMs. I respond.
Oh yeah, me too.
You know,
I reply all my DMs.
All of my DMs. You know, I love connecting in that manner. Well,
exactly.
The only closing thing I have to say, and I think you've probably already said it, is don't be afraid to step out in faith. You know, I mean, if there's something that keeps, you know, tugging at your heart that you want to do, yes, I'm not saying quit your job, but no. You know, but do it. You know, take baby steps. You know, do your research, learn a little more, hire someone to teach you. You know, and do it. You know, don't cast all your eggs in one basket. You know, do it.
Yes.
In faith. You know, you can go to there are many people who for many, many years are entrepreneurs and still work at their, you know, work for somebody else, but they're also created, you know, alongside that until they feel comfortable enough or they are ready to just have their own structure. So yes. So there's a way into it for everyone. So don't be afraid. Just do it. And yeah, and now this is a great time. There's people to support you. You have coaches. You have, that's, I'm like, you know.
What are you all waiting for? Dr. Lynette, MD.
So
Dr. Lynette, if you're still on here, I'm waiting for you to sign up for my coaching. And every woman who's on here should be buying my live masterclass. It's only $250. And I'm going to spill it all out for you from A to Z so that that same day, when you're done with that masterclass, you'll be ready to launch your own online business. Or if you already have one, you'll be ready to scale it so that it can get even more massive. So everybody
yeah,
who's on this
distinctly
live.
Virginia says, I think it's about having an entrepreneurship mindset, not so much a specific type.
Yes, exactly.
Mindset
Which
is
is
important.
really true. Yeah, which is really true. So you guys, and I hope you've read my last 5 posts. More women are focused on attracting a man, finding a husband, getting a ring. Guys, maybe you read a different Bible, but I haven't seen any Bible that says, woman, go forth into the earth, and your primary life purpose is find a man and attract a man that you'll get married to. I don't, maybe your own Bible is different. I don't have that Bible in my house. But women, you need to reprioritize your goals, okay? You need to reprioritize your goals. All my videos on YouTube where I talk about making money, financial freedom, how to quit your job and have your own business, how to have income streams, they have the lowest views. I'm not saying they don't have views. They have the lowest views. But all my videos about how to be irresistible to a man, how to catch your honey, how to attract your honey, thousands of views. And then the next ones are how to look 35 or 50, how to look. Guys, women, if you're so focused on finding a man, you're going to end up attracting the wrong man. You're going to attract the man who is going to come into your life because he sees you want a savior. He's going to see from your body language that you're desperate for a man. That's the kind of man you're going to attract. He's going to know that you don't have a life purpose. You don't have anything going on for you. You just want a ring. He will shower you with material stuff, with money, with house, with car. Then after he gets married to you, he will be MIA because he knows that that's all you wanted. That's the problem that is going on with a lot of women. Women just want a man. They want a ring. And then the man sees that they're desperate. They attract a man who is a low quality man. And I'm saying it, a low quality man is a man who thinks he can buy a woman with stuff. And there are many women out there who fall for that. The stuff, the house, the car. And then when they get married, they get miserable rather than buying their own car, buying their own house, fulfilling their purpose, building their wealth, building their income streams, then taking care of themselves. Then there come the high quality men who are like, wow, look at that high quality woman. She's so happy. She's so fulfilled. She's living her best life. I want her. Guys, you're doing things the wrong way. Okay? If you're so desperate for a man and all you're watching is videos, how to catch a man, and you're not watching videos about how to make money, there's something really wrong with the mindset of women. And I'm not saying I haven't been there, but I have learned these lessons over the years, and I don't want you guys to make mistakes. There's too many sad or married women right now, too many, because they married for the wrong reasons. They were desperate for a husband. They didn't do their due diligence to find a high quality man who is going to be their equal partner. They married because the man could buy them a house, buy them a car, do this, do that, buy them stuff. Then after they get married, they're like, is this what marriage is about? Yes, because you were not living in your purpose before you got married. You were not chasing your own dreams. You were not being happy. If you cannot be happy by yourself when you're single, listen to this, women. If you're single or divorced, if you're not happy by yourself while you're single or divorced, you have no place in the dating scene. Stop dating. If you're unhappy right now because you don't have a man, stop dating, because you're going to take that neediness into a marriage, and men don't like needy women. They like women who need them, but they don't like needy women. So if you're not happy with your own company, you're not fulfilled, you don't love your life, don't date a man, because you're going to attract the wrong man. enough said. But people who are happily married understand what I'm saying, right? You understand. But enough said, reprioritize your goals. Go and buy dresses to look good. Go and buy bags to look good. Sign up for my masterclass. Build your wealth before you start looking for a man. Okay? Build your wealth before you start looking for a man. Nobody wants a needy person. Even me as a woman, I don't like needy people. My friends who are needy, I can't be friends with them. I don't like needy people, because if you are not disabled and all your senses are okay, why should you be needy? Go and fend for yourself. I tell my daughters that. I tell my older 23-year-old daughter that. Go and fend, go and work hard. I don't like needy people. So you can imagine that men don't like needy women. If you're a needy woman, you will find a guy, but you will attract the wrong guy. Okay? I love you all. Next week, Sunday, with Atlantic's Cupcakes. Yay. You guys just be on a diet for the whole of this week, so that by Sunday, when you're all pressing the checkout button, you're all buying her cakes, right, you won't feel bad. You won't feel bad. Dr. Folake, thank you. Dr. Folake, I love Dr. Folake. She's so open. Dr. Folake is one of the loves of my life. Honestly, she's my sister from another mother. Dr. Folake has multiple sclerosis. She's slightly disabled from her multiple sclerosis, but she's very open with it. But she's now telling us that even with her disability, she still wants to live in her purpose. And she DMs me. We talk, we chat a lot. Dr. Folake has signed up for my live masterclass. She's a doctor who's employed, but she wants to start doing her own thing. So guys, if you don't follow Dr. Folake Taylor, MD, please follow her. She's a person to know. She is a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. And when you're saying your prayers, please say a prayer for Dr. Folake that God will heal her of her multiple sclerosis completely, because God is a healer. And I know he can heal you of all that inflammation that is going on in your body. I love you, Dr. Folake, and I love all the other ladies on this show. I wish we could go on forever, but we all have things to do. My honey is waiting for me, so I have to go. Okay, so I will see you next week.
Thank you, for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome, Yewande. Don't forget to send me the link. I'm serious.
You don't have to remind me.
Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. Marianne, I will see you next weekend. Love you all. God bless. The replay will be on my YouTube channel. You know where to find the replay.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye.